Hello again. Hello again, loved ones. Jeez, hang on. All right. Hello again, loved ones. This is Matt Stevens, and I hope you're doing well. I'm doing pretty good, actually. Got the new office thing going on. Kitty and I have been in this place for less than a year, and we've always kind of had a vision for this room as our office place to work and write and just things like that. And we finally got a few more pieces of the furniture that we needed to get it done. So here we go. I got myself a new background. And I sat here and I recorded this video already. Did really good too. I mean, I was clear. I looked at the camera very well, just good. Of course it was. Because I wasn't even recording. I realized that I don't know, pretty good ways into it. I'm like, well, good. That's just great. So anyway, here I am. And so I did that, and I cut myself pretty good shaving. So, yeah, it's all right, though. Anyway, I want to start out with a couple of things that I think that we can all agree on. One is that, well, like it says in the Kybalion, everything moves, nothing rests, everything vibrates. Well, depending upon what it is, determines what rate of vibration it is. In other words, like this human body is vibrating at a certain rate, which determines that it is a human body, as opposed to this pair of glasses. The glasses are vibrating at a certain rate that will determine that it's a pair of glasses. And that goes from the atomic level, well, subatomic level for that matter, but the atomic level. Like each atom vibrates at a certain rate, determining what it is, what it's an atom of. I mean, I realize there's how many electrons and all that stuff. I'm not getting that technical about it, okay? But anyway, each atom vibrates at a certain rate, and that determines what it is an atom of. Now, your body's made up of trillions of atoms or whatever, and all of them are vibrating at a certain rate. And it gets very complex, but it ultimately builds this human body, and then your vibratory field around it, for that matter. So I'm pretty sure that most of us here, probably all of us, can agree on that. And then another thing that I think that we can most likely all agree on is polarity, where no matter if it's this or if it's that, if it's love or if it's hate, it's like in the Kybalion, the Principle of Polarity. It says that for like the equal and opposite reaction, is that, for example, it gives many examples, but I'll go with the love and hate. Love and hate are two ends of the same stick, meaning they're the same thing, just in different levels or different degree. So if you love something, but then let's say you kind of fall out of love with it a little bit. So now you love it a little bit less, or you hate it more. So the love and the hate are really the same thing, just varying degree on the scale. It goes on to further say that, at some point, as you get more in the middle, it will become less about love and hate and more about like and dislike. But then there's also that area where even that blurs to the point where it's like, is it like or is it dislike? Is it love or is it hate? Or is it more love or less hate? Point is there's always an equal and opposite of everything. Most people will, I think, agree with that. Or at least most people here will. Some people will say, I don't know. There's people that will say all kinds of things, but whatever. So now, I've also said that there's I'm not getting into a whole lot of conspiracy theory, and not that it's not because I won't, okay? Because I will. I'll go there, okay? I will get conspiracy theory with you, okay? But for example, who they are in the world, be it the government, be it the shadow government, be it the elites that are the cabal or the Illuminati or or some, probably something that none of us have ever even heard of. All of those terms that I just used are probably nothing compared to what it really is. Anyway, but the point is, most people will admit that there is a they that is controlling and manipulating the world. And that the human collective, the society as a whole, are going down a certain road, and they're being guided and in a lot of ways being harmed by what we would call the elite, or the negative influence. And there's all kinds of conspiracy theories there, with directed energy weapons and sound vibration weapons, and all kinds of and then manipulation through social media and yada yada. There's a lot of things that influence the human collective. And that body as a whole, are they going down I'm holding my hand out of them. That body as a whole, they're going down this particular road. It's not that good. It's not. And most of us will agree on that. But we also agree that once we as individuals become aware of the fact that I am an individual, I live amongst the collective, yes, but and I have to interact with them, yes, but I am my own individual unit of consciousness, my own individual divine spark from the Creator. See, a lot of times with the collective, they are a lot of individual divine sparks, but they are not individual units of consciousness. Meaning they, a lot of times, in a lot of cases, act as a unit. I have thousands of people who act as one unit. Maybe they are a part of a religion. Maybe they are part of a political party, political affiliation, especially during this election season we're in currently. But anyway, you get what my point is. But then there are those of us who finally kind of break away from that and realize we are sovereign individuals. And we can apply the laws of polarity, for example, to our lives. Now, what we can learn from those things is, okay, so if everything is vibration, so if there's things that are doing harm to people, be it psychological or emotional, whatever, or physical harm to people. Like, for example, the Havana Syndrome. Havana Syndrome was something that happened in Havana, Cuba, at the U.S. Embassy. Some people believe that it was some kind of sound frequency vibration attack, and that certain individuals inside the building were targeted, and they all got sick at the exact same time. Some even suffered some kind of brain damage. And it was determined, through conspiracy theory maybe, whatever, that there was some kind of directed attack on that building and people in that building with some kind of sound frequency vibration thing. Now, I hate that. I do. But what that teaches us is that if there is a frequency, a vibration, that will do harm, that principle of polarity teaches us that if there's one that does harm, then there's also one that will do healing. See, I'm not going down the negative road with everything, but I will learn from negativity. And I'm going to demonstrate that to you. The good thing about bad things is that every time something bad shows up, it teaches us that every time something bad shows up, it teaches us that there must be something that is equally as good. You see where I'm going? Because it has to be. It's like with the pendulum swing. If the pendulum swings this far to the left, then it has to swing that far to the right. It's just it's the principle of polarity. Now, I'm not going to go into, like I said, into the who they are and the collective falling into traps or being attacked or whatever. I mean, I have gone into that, but my point is we understand as individuals how we can apply those things. We can learn from that. And if other divine sparks become aware of their individual consciousness and their individual self and pluck themselves out of that collective and come along with us for the ride, great. I hope they do. And maybe we can inspire someone to do that. That I don't know. But all I do know is we can learn from what's going on in the world, the bad things that are going on in the world. That if something is that bad, there has to be something equally as good. It's just a matter of finding it. It's a matter of vibrating on that level. And now that you have separated yourself from the collective and you're not on that negative vibration, and you're able to scan your reality, scan your field, and find the good things, and therefore vibrate on those levels and bring them to you. That's the good things. We can learn from bad things. We can experience good things in our lives. And the proof is the bad thing that's happening in the world, or the bad things that are happening in the world. As I said, anytime we see something bad, it means there has to be something that's equally as good. That's a great sign. That's all the proof we need. So anyway, loved ones, that's what I got. And yeah, I will go down the whole rabbit hole of conspiracy theory, and we can talk about who they are and all the nefarious things that they're doing to the people of the world. But to the individual, it doesn't really matter. And maybe I'm a idealist. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little too pie in the sky. No, I'm not. Well, I could be. It depends upon your perception. In my perception, no. I'm just going off of what I know to be true. So anyway, loved ones, that's what I got right now. And I've really had fun with you doing these videos, really. And then I've had a lot of kind of back and forth in some of the comments and stuff. You guys are amazing. And I mean, I've only got 24 subscribers at this point. I don't know. I mean, just kind of putting these out for the fun of it. And I've had some people make some suggestions in the comments. I'm like, whoa, I mean, I never really thought about it that way. But I'm looking into it, and I'll be letting you guys know what kind of help I may need or whatever. So there you go. If you haven't, please like, of course, and subscribe. That would be fantastic. And share. And yeah, hope you like the new background. And let me know what you think about the whole, how we can use the principle of polarity and what we understand about vibration to our advantage. Because all the bad things don't have to just be bad. The good thing about bad things is there has to be a good. There has to be an equal and opposite. Right? Anyway, loved ones, I love you. And that's all I got for right now. And I will be back directly. Yes, that's like my little thing. I'll be back directly. Because my granddad, when I was a kid, used to say, all right, I'll talk to you directly. So I'll be back directly.